It's just a dose of feel good moment, a lesson in life from something as simple as cutting your grass. You can go through your life and just do what's expected, the usual, or you can be willing to go a little further, put a little more effort in, a little more tedious work, but the end result is much more beautiful. You know, cut your grass, it looks good once you're done with it, but yet you need to take time to pull all the weeds up. So sure enough, your grass is cut, looks good. Within a few days, all those weeds, they start coming back because you didn't take time to remove the roots for it not to grow back. So it's almost like defeating the purpose. Because like I said, yes, your grass is cut, but now you got weeds growing. And it's no different than the mind, the garden that we have in our mind. It's kind of the same concept. If all you ever do is the surface things, then life will be beautiful, but won't be as beautiful if you take time to remove the roots of the things that you no longer lead in your life. That you take time and remove each individual thing that you can, that is not helping you grow. You uproot those things, and then you cut your grass, tend to the garden in your mind, and then you tend to everything else. And watch how much more beautiful life will be. Watch how much longer it'll take before you have to go back and truly cut your grass or tend to your garden again because you spent so much time on your hands and knees pulling weeds. And it's funny how life plays that way. It's a simple task that we don't think of as a life situation or as a life lesson. The truth of the matter is, everything's a life lesson. No matter how simple it may be, how complicated it may be, it's a life lesson. So when you start looking at life in this aspect, you'll start seeing different lessons in everything you do. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you just take time to be still and tend to the garden of your mind, and you truly start to understand what makes you you because you've started removing all the things that were no longer you. You start focusing on the things that help you wake up with a smile on your face. You start focusing on the things that helps you remember that child in you again. You start focusing on those things that's going to make um, that's going to make the garden in your mind that much more beautiful, that much more fruitful. You have to be willing to do the tedious things if you really want true change. Do the tedious things, the small things that make a big difference in the long run. So, like I said, this is just another dose of feel good moment, showing you how simple things we do actually interpret life more than we realize, even while we're doing it. But if you slow down, you'll begin to see a lot of work that needs to be done. And until you're willing to actually face and do the work of the hard, tedious things, getting on your hands and knees and getting dirty and pulling those roots, so you're willing to do that, everything else is just surface work. Everything else is just surface work. It's time we start digging a little deeper, going a little further, trying to find out a little bit more about who we are, what we need to be happy. You know, I'm not talking about happy in a sense of not being grateful for the people you may have in your life. I'm simply saying being happy and being able to be in an alone moment and not feel like you're losing your mind because you don't know who you are, you don't know how to act because you don't have someone to care for. Oh, there's always something to care for. There's always something to care for. There's always something that needs your attention. So, throughout the course of the day, just take a moment and think about the things within you that you need to tend to make you a better you. Because the world is so much more beautiful when we all choose to shine, when we all choose to become light and create light and be light. The world will be so much more beautiful if we all did this for one another and help those that need help removing the roots from their mind. Some roots run very deep, might need a hand pulling. So be willing to help someone tend to their garden of their mind so that everyone's mind is a beautiful place to be in. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have a beautiful day. I know I am. I'm literally about to go out here and pull all these weeds on my hands and knees and have a smile on my face the whole time. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And tend to the garden of your mind, and your life will be so beautiful once you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please, enjoy the rest of your day. Be light, create light, become light. That's all the Most High asks of any of us ever to do. Live, love, create, repeat.